Oh, hello. Welcome into my workshop and welcome to the show Creations of Clay. My name is Louis Palladini, and today I like to do an animal that everyone is familiar with. I want to do a giraffe head. I want to show you how to do that from start to finish, and I think it's a very interesting animal. They're about 18 feet tall, and they're very big animals, but they're very majestic. I will show you the types of clay that we can use. There's an oil-based clay such as this, which never hardens. This is the one I used to use all the time as a kid. And that's what I liked about it. When I got bored with things, I just roll it back up into a ball. There's an air hardening clay, which hardens like in a couple of hours or overnight. This right here, what's great about this is you can paint it. My preference for the clay is a clay called Super Sculpey, which can be baked in the oven about 275 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. It never hardens until you actually fire it. So it's a very good clay to work with. I'll show you the size balls of clay that we'll be using today. What I did is up top here, I put a couple of balls there. I'll show you roughly the size. Those are for like the horns on top of his head. And then on the side here, I made the balls of clay for the ears. And then this ball of clay here, the big one, is actually for the head itself. So what we're going to first do is I'll show you, we're going to make the actual head like this piece here, and then we'll make the horns and the ears, and we'll start adding everything else. So what I'm going to do is I'll take these off, that way there, the horns are there, ears are there. So what I want to do is we're going to kind of take this, and I'll just put that, we'll start making the shape of the head. So what we're doing is I'm just kind of making it a little more pointy. So just take and work it in your hands. See this, how that's going to be the snout or the nose. I'm going to take and just work that. I want to make sure that I don't make it too big. I might just take a little bit of clay off there, just. Yeah, that was good. So what we want to do now is I want to kind of create the nose area here in the mouth. So what I want to do is I want to take my fingers and kind of pinch this a little bit like that. See that? I want to kind of press that in around there, so I know that that's going to be see how we did that? I pressed that in a little bit, made a little indentation here, and then slight indentation under there. So just going to work over it like that. So the shape, see how this head is really starting to take shape? So I just kind of shaped it that way. This is going to be the nose area and the mouth. That's what it looked like from the top. That's what it looked like from the other side. That's what it looked like from the underside. So it's coming along nicely. And then I want to compare it to my other one. Okay, that looks good. So get that. Next thing that I probably want to do is the ears. So what we're going to do is these, see the ear here? We're going to be making those right now. So I'm going to take this right here, this ball of clay here, and flattening it out like this. But now we'll shape it into the shape of an ear. See how I'm doing that? So flatten out, and then you want to make this somewhat pointed now. And then I'll take my thumb and kind of make a slight indentation like that. See that? Very quickly we made an ear. I'm going to do the same for the other side. I'm going to flatten this out like that, and then make it nice and pointy like that. And then I'll use my finger to kind of make a slight, or my thumb to make a slight indentation here. And what I want to do is compare these, make sure that they're roughly the same size. See that? That's good. They're about the same size, so. And I'm just going to grab the other one and make sure it looks good. Okay, so we got the ears done. The next thing that I want to do is we're going to make the horns. These are the horns right on top of his head. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this here. There's like, each horn is there's kind of like a little stub or a ball at the top. So I'm going to go around my fingers like that. And then I'm going to just go around like that and maybe spin a little bit. I want to see if this is about the right size. Yeah, it is approximately. So we're going to I'll do the same thing here. I'll make the little ball at the top here. See, I'm going around. And then I'll take and flip that over. And do that. I want to see if it's approximately the right size, which it is. Just going to try to make that a little shorter. Yep, that's... What I might do is add a little more clay. Additive technique. This one here, I just want to make this a little bit longer. I added a little bit of clay in the end there. So you can see that. Now, I got to figure out, I want to make sure I'm putting this in the right spot. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to add the ears. So the ears are going to be right about here. See that? And I'm just going to take and kind of work the clay and go all around and work the clay in. See that? And then we'll do the same for the other side. So we'll attach it like that, work it in like that. I'm going to actually get one of my little tools here, and we're going to work that a little better like that. I want to make sure that those are firmly attached. I don't want them to come off later, so I'm just going to go around there. This is called the stylus, so you're just going to work it in. And we'll do the same thing for the other side. See that? Just get the nice little ball at the end. And then we'll go all the way around the whole thing like that. So it's coming out really nice. Next thing that we want to do is I'll put the horns on top of the head. Right here. Try to work that in like that. And then we'll do the same thing for the other side. Want to make sure that they're on there firmly. So see that? It's coming along really good. Next thing that we want to do is I do want to add some eyes. So I do have some clay here, And what I'm going to do is, with the additive technique, take a little bit of this clay off, and we're going to start to create the eye area. Just work the clay a little bit, warm it up. So I'll leave that. I'm going to try to figure out roughly where I want this eye to be. So I'll look at my model here, and it'll approximately be about here. Excuse me. Allergy season. Sorry. And I'll roughly mark the spot where the other eye is going to be. Okay, I just want a rough reference to have. So what I'm going to do is create some little balls here. You see, I need a little more clay here. So we're going to take this ball here, and this is a good way to make it round. Roll it in between like that, and go like that. Then we're going to take and do the same thing for the other one. And I want to take a quick look and see if, yeah, it looks like it's going to approximately be the right size. So what I'm going to do is I'll make this indentation a little deeper now that we use the stylus, make the hole a little bigger. Now I'm going to roll this, see if I can get that in there. Well, I might even use my thumb to make it a little bigger, or my finger. See how I make the indentations a little bigger? So now we're going to take these balls, and I'll push that in there like that. So take that ball, try to push that in like that. And then we'll do the same for the other side. See that? We push that in. And then we're going to make some eyelids. So I'm going to take some clay off here, a little bit of clay off here. And think of a banana. We're going to take this, make this into the shape of a banana. See that? And what I'm going to do is I might have to take a little bit of the clay off here, but you have to play with it sometimes and to figure out the right size that you want. Okay. What I'm going to do is try to do the upside down banana with this one also. So we're making the banana. See that? Let's see. Yeah, that's a little too big. So we'll use a subtractive technique, take a little bit of the clay off there. I want to see. So now we have this banana type thing. We'll put that in the lower part of the eye. Like that. And we'll do that. See that? And then we're going to do the same thing. We'll make the lower eyelid over here too. We're doing the lower part of the eye. And we just kind of work that a little bit. And then the next thing that we want to do is we want to make the upper part of the eyelid. So we're going to take these right here. I'll split these into two. And think of the banana again. So I'm making what looks like a banana. Just like that. See how that looks? Now, I'm going to take and add that up above like that. Kind of work that in. And now, what we also want to do is I'm going to take the stylus and just push that in the eye a little bit like that. Pretty neat, huh? And then we'll do the same for the other side. We'll make that banana again. I'll show you how we'll do that. Just kind of work it from both sides. Make it look like that banana. And now what I'm going to do is I'll place it up there. So what we'll do is I'll take my stylus now. We'll make the eye. Push that in right there. See that? Now he's really starting to look like a giraffe. And then the next thing that I want to do is we want to make the mouth area. So what I'll do is I'll take this here. I'm going to make, whoops, almost fell out of my hand. Let's see. So I'll do this. I'll take the end of this and kind of make an indentation where I want the mouth to be. See that? And then we'll work around to the other side. I'll take and put that there. Just want to make sure I go around. So you can see the mouth area. See that, the indentation? And then what we're going to do is I want to make a nose area. I'll make the little nasal cavity right here. So we're going to take and I'm going to put the stylus in there like that. And create the nose. See that, how I did that? And then we're going to do that. And then the next thing that we want to do is I'll take another stylus, but with little, we want to make what looks like fur. So I'm going to take and I'm just going to make some very light marks like that. We'll go around the eye. We'll make it look like fur. You know, just do that very short little strokes like this. Go around like that. And one of the other things I do too is I want to put a couple of holes in the bottom here, because when I fire this clay, I want to make sure that it doesn't crack. By putting the holes in the bottom like that, it keeps the clay from cracking when you're firing it. So I'm just going to work that a little bit like that. Just put a little bit more like that. So you're going to work your way around the entire giraffe that way. So I want to get the underside here. See that? And then even like this area here, we're going to go around the ears. Go around like that. And then you might want to do a little bit inside the ears too. See that? I'll see if I can see that. That way you can see what I'm doing. Do that. We'll come over this side, go around the eye. Like that. Go all around like that. And then, so you're basically going to do this all the way around the giraffe. Even here. Do that area. See how that's coming along? It's amazing how just in a few short minutes we turn what balls of clay into a really nice looking giraffe. I do want to show you what the final version will look like. We'll paint it in the next episode, but this is what the final version of the giraffe will look like once it's completed. I just want to show you. I'll rotate it around so you can see it. See like the underside. And then you can see how we made the nice horns and everything. And that's what he'll look like once he's fired, but I will show you how to paint him next week. So I do want to thank you for coming to the show Creations in Clay, and I do look forward to seeing you again next week. Goodbye for now.